Today I will be taking you on a journey to Africa and the ocean. First, we will be talking about the rhinos from Africa and sharks from the ocean. Rhinos eat trees, fruit, and bushes, and more to get their substances. They are herbivores. In the wild, adult rhinos have very few predators, but rhinos and killer whales. But the baby rhinos get eaten by cats, crocodiles, wild dogs, and hyenas. Rhinos digest food by cecum contains microorganisms like bacteria and protozoa that breaks down cellulose. They breathe out of their nose and mouth. The rhino has a double loop circulatory system. The first loop carries blood between the heart and lungs. The second loop carries blood between the heart and body. The excretory system eliminates nitrogenous waste from the rhino's body. Vertebrates such as rhinos have a very complex brain with distinct regions, and each region has different functions. Rhinos display very high degrees of cephalization. The nervous system sends messages to the brain. Vertebrates such as the rhino are more mobile than non-vertebrates. All vertebrates have an internal skeleton of bone or cartilage. In almost all vertebrates, a tough yet flexible tissue known as ligaments help the spine to move and bend without breaking or bending or being damaged. Rhinos have many external parasites which are eaten by birds such as the oxpeckers and egrets that live with the rhinos. The rhino is a mammal, so they sexually reproduce. The egg of the female is fertilized internally. After the egg is fertilized, the development of the embryo is done. Rhinos live in tropical and subtropical regions. Rhinos have short tail, grayish leathery skin, short legs, 3 part-hooved feet, square lips, and 2 horns. Young great white sharks eat fish, rays, and other sharks. Adult sharks eat larger prey like pinnipeds, small-toothed whales, otters, and sea turtles. Only orcas and other sharks can eat the great white shark. During shark digestion, they use their mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, liver, intestine, gallbladder, kidney, and anus. Most sharks swallow their food whole or bite it into relatively large pieces. Sharks have U-shaped stomachs that can use very strong acids and enzymes to dissolve most of what is eaten. The stomach produces an easily absorbed soupy mush. Most sharks species breathe by swimming with their mouths open, which allows the water to pass over the gills. A shark's heart is a 2-chambered S-shaped tube, small in proportion to body size, located in the head region. Sharks have a closed circulatory system in which the arteries carry blood away from the heart and veins toward the heart. Like other fishes, sharks excrete nitrogenous waste over the gills. Marine teleosts replace the water lost to excretion by drinking a lot of seawater and using their gills to remove excess salts. The 5 main structures of a shark's brain include the telecephalon, decephalon, mesocephalon, cerebellum, and medulla. The telecephalon is responsible for memory and spatial awareness. The decephalon controls hormones, motivation, and relaying information. The mesocephalon is responsible for vision and behavioral responses. Medulla is involved in homeostasis and acts as a relay between the brain and the spinal cord. The cerebellum is involved in the coordination and movement. Great white sharks have 2 basic types of muscles, red and white. Red muscle is relatively slow contracting and requires an oxygen-rich operating environment, but has tremendous stamina. External ovaries are compact and produce very few large eggs. All sharks have developed internal fertilization as a mode of reproduction. Fertilization of the egg occurs internally. Great white sharks live in almost all coastal and offshore waters, which have some water temperature between 12 and 24 degrees Celsius. Sharks are born with gills to breathe, and rhinos are born with a mouth to breathe and nose. Sharks swallow their food whole, and rhinos chew their food. Rhinos live on land, and sharks live in the ocean and cannot breathe on land. Thanks for joining us on our tour today.